It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we'll see Robert Spillane, who just continues to produce as he approaches 80 tackles for the season. It's the Raiders and the Saints, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Play action. Now it's Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Here's Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Carr. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Throwing now is Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Carr going to throw. Olave over the middle. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. To throw his Carr. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense is moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end the series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays. Maybe the defender just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Wilson in motion left. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Carr. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Robert Spillane, the one to get a hand on it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Carr now to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And that is incomplete. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So out come the Raiders for their opening drive, and at the helm in his first year in silver and black, 6th season overall, Gardner Minshew.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. First carry of the game for Zamir White. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. White's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 54 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. In motion goes the tight end. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Watkins in motion left. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Off play action, it's Minshew. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Peyton Turner He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. Now Carr. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31.
Ball start. Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. You look at this Raiders defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Carr to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Approach with defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Murphy able to add the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he coughed it up. On one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Minshew. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Here's Minshew. That's to Bowers once again. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. Minshew sets to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Big strides. Look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Michael Mayer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fighting his way through contact. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. The Saints offense and their running back getting set to go once more. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. To throw, it's Carr. This one taken in by Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll look to throw again. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Gardner Minshew and the offense back onto the field. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. Well, he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a 1st down. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw it, Minshew. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, He wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Kamara gets it again on second down. A nice little juke, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On play action, it's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down. From the gun, it's Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From midfield, here's Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the Raiders have got him. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we eke closer and closer to... And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Here's Carr. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Play action. Now it's Carr. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Carr again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, strong in this one, as his guys cap off the regular season at a remarkable 15-1. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Out of the gun now on third down. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nifty move. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Kamara up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun now on third down, Carr. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Throwing now is Carr. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Carr going to throw. Little short pass here to Hill. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Carr. Olave holds it in. Yeah, this defense rallies and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. And his kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 53 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. Good footwork at the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Minshew sets to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be fourth down. Now Minshew. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Carr going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Olave over the middle. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Carr now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. In motion right is Wilson. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. Back now here live in New Orleans. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Carr to throw. The pass caught by Olave. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
To throw his Carr. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Carr gets this one to Hill. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Carr. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So here we go, a big spot now for Blake Grupe. This for a 4th quarter lead. And this one is right through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Looking to throw it, Minshew. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now Carr. This one taken in by Olave. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Again, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Williams being motion left. Off play action, it's Minshew. Short throw caught by Bowers. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Pierce on the counter. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Minshew. Forced out to his left. Good work by Minshew there to pick up the first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Here's A.J. Cole now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out right at the 25. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Carr. That is intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Minshew. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's starting long. Minshew. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Carlson is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Carr to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And now here come the Raiders. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Minshew down to a knee, victory formation, and that should be just about it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win?
So for Las Vegas, they moved to 7-9 on the year with the win. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.